Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, all of that juicy goodness. We are here for your weekly energy reading for the first week in October of 2023. I am all settled in and cozy in my little dining room, aka my Zen den. So we're going to pull some cards. We're going to start with Micah Magic, a deck that I created in memory of my daughter. Then we're going to use an Archangel Michael deck. He's one of my guides that I always call in. I've already opened up Sacred Space. I lit my Palo Santo and cleansed all of my cards. I have them all in this cute little bin because I've been traveling around my house a lot. And I also just went and worked a retreat last weekend down at the beach. It's about an hour away from where I am. And it was just more convenient to keep them in the bin when I came back because I tend to do readings in my bedroom when I film just my hands, and then I use it on my balcony. So we're kind of hopping around and keeping them in this bin. We're also going to use this beautiful deck. I'm sorry, this is the Archangel Michael deck. I mixed that up. They're both new decks that I'm starting to use, and this is the Oracle of the Angels, the sword deck that I had just showed you guys. So we're going to use both of those, and we're just going to see what the messages are for you this week. I know I'm going through another little mini spiritual awakening. I feel guided to meditate more. I feel guided to pause all work, less filming, and just kind of be with myself. And I noticed myself like, I want to eat healthier. I want to track my meals. I want to just take care of myself more. I went and spent time with family. I played the all game this weekend, which was so great. And some of the messages, which I'm going to share in this reading later, were really, really profound. And I felt as I was getting the messages in the game, the all game is awareness, love, and light. And it's a spiritual, how can you call it? It's like a spiritual workout every single month. We sit down at a table. There's 4 or 5 women. We pay about $100 per game to play, and it's a board game, and it's kind of like Jumanji. The universe reflects back to you what's happening in your daily life. So the first card that I got, it was a strength card in the security path, the root chakra. So it's all about your stability, your security in your body, your security with your finances. And I got number 13, which is my daughter's birthday. And the card literally said something like, you know what? I'm going to read it to you because I'm not getting it right. But I literally have been worrying about my body and my hair and like whether my hair is thinning lately. I've just been obsessing about it. And I'm like, why am I so obsessed with this right now? And then I get this card at the start of the game. It says, I realize that my body is a sense of security. Name a time you thought your body might be letting you down, and yet the outcome was fine. So this is me. It was a reflection of me. And this is what the card looks like in the game. This is a reflection of me literally like always thinking that the worst case scenario, like if I get a headache, or, oh my God, I have a brain tumor, or if my hair is falling out, oh my gosh, my autoimmune is flaring up. What do I do? And my mind just creates a story. And this card was the first card that I pulled in the first hour of the game, and it's a 4-hour game. So I was like, all right, universe, I hear you. I've been overthinking it. My body never lets me down. Everything is always fine. I need to just chill out. But everybody's like this. We all have our own little insecurities. So if you're somebody who's like me, who, you've seen tough things in your life, you've seen illness, you've seen death. So now we fear it happening to us, and it's natural. So we just have to remind ourselves that our body won't fail us. It'll send signals to remind us to eat better, to track our food, to make sure we're getting all the nutrients that we need. Like I've been thinking that I'm not getting enough protein lately, and I've had people in my life telling me, you should eat this much protein. And I know that it's the universe guiding them to say that to me so that I will actually do it. And there's certain people I listen to and I love their advice. So I started doing it, and I can feel a difference. I actually also bought pomegranate juice, which I love. I like to add lemon to it and apple cider vinegar. So I've been drinking that more. So cheers. So that first message is, if you've been questioning your body and what you've been going through, and maybe you're not trusting that it can heal or that it can take care of itself, you can trust it. So let's get some messages on that from the angel. What's it called? The Oracle of Angels. We're going to start off with that deck. What do we need to hear about our body? So anyway, that game is really cool. It's a board game. You guys on my channel, you've heard me talk about it a bunch of times. The board is laid out with every single chakra, and that is the path. So security path is the root chakra, sacral, solar plexus, and you go all the way around the board. And when you reach oneness, which is the crown chakra, that's when you starburst and you kind of graduate from the game. I starbursted, I think 2 months ago, and it was my first time ever doing it. It was pretty magical. And now I'm an all-around player. So every time I go and play, now it's just maintenance. Now it's just me seeing, universe, where do I need help? And you guys can see that the first card that I got about my body was exactly what I needed to hear to fall into trust, to realize, oh my gosh, Michelle, you've been letting your mind get the best of you. And the spiritual awakening I went through this week was me becoming more aware of my mind and my ego and how it literally tells me stories that I don't need to believe. So if you've been going through a mini awakening, maybe you're feeling more emotions, you're feeling softer in your heart, you're having more compassion for people where before you were like maybe not as soft. This is you waking up. Your soul is emerging underneath the ego, and you're finally realizing what it feels like to feel. And it can be scary. So trust the process and know that you're exactly where you're meant to be. Oh, I love this. We have comfort. I see this as Archangel Michael holding you. Let's read it and see what it says. Number 3, if 3 means anything to any of you. It says, take comfort in knowing that there is a divine presence in your life, guiding you at all times. There is no need to fear. Trust in the guidance of your angelic helpers and surrender your worries to them. Know that everything will work out exactly how it is meant to for the greater good. I release my fear, for a divine presence comforts me. In trust, I surrender myself to this presence. I let go of all worries and choose to relax. Well-being surrounds me, and I am comforted by the knowledge that I am never alone. Your angels have you. I often tell my clients and all of my viewers that you guys can ask your angels for anything, but if you don't ask, they cannot take action on it. So you can ask for more money, you can ask for parking spots, for things to shop for. If you're going, I used to go into like a TJ Maxx or Home Goods, and I would say, universe, please bring me the perfect pair of shorts within the first 5 minutes, because those stores can be hard to shop in. There's so many clothes, there's so many racks. You have to search through to find like the perfect piece. Every time I go into those stores, I always pray for me to find the item that works best for me, and they know what's best for me. And I say, bring it to me within the first couple of minutes of me being in the store. And it works every single time. So you are being held, whether you know it or not. And sometimes we forget that, like we get lost in the ego, and the ego tells us that we're not going to be safe, we're not going to be protected. And I just heard that there's partnerships that are coming together this week. And for a while, you've been wondering, how's it going to work? Like, how are we going to vibe together? How are we going to mesh our energies when one person maybe feels inadequate, or maybe they feel like they don't have their finances together, and they're like, I don't want to bring this to my person. They're going to judge me. They're going to think I'm bad with money, or they're going to think that I don't take care of my body because I have bad habits. But in reality, if the person you're partnering up with, well, the person that you are partnering up with, they won't judge you for those things. They're going to help you. They're going to guide you. They're going to like let you be who you are. They're going to let you heal your addictions when you're ready to heal them. You can be all of you. You can be messy. You can be all parts of you with that person, because they're the same way. We all have our same insecurities. And I just got guided to do my little angel deck. So we're going to see why. What else do your angels want to tell you? What about this partnership and people coming together this week, fearing that they're not good enough? I just heard communication is going to be coming in. People are going to be speaking their truth, saying how they feel, sharing more of themselves with you. It's going to feel really good. And that's part of the awakening. When our heart chakra awakens, and when our solar plexus, which is your upper belly area, and our Sacral is your sexual energy. You start to open up and you start to trust people and you start to bring forth this new version of who you are, saying, hey, I'm here. I'm scared to give all of me. I'm scared to show you all of me, but this is some of me. So it happens in phases with partnerships. So we can't rush things along. We have a purple card. It says, notice the signs. I'm going to read it to you all. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you're loved and never alone. Double confirmation, you guys. You are not alone. What did I do with that other card? There it is. So you're getting a double message here saying you have this spirit family in the sky, and they're doing everything to protect you. Right when you think that you're not going to be protected, you're not going to have enough money, your health is going south, whatever it is, maybe the people in your life are triggering you and you just feel so helpless and you're like, why am I suffering in this energy? And I know I live in New Jersey in the United States, and there's a lot of crime happening. Just unique crimes, like people, like robberies and kidnappings and all of these things that are so negative, right? Like I didn't even know these things were going on. I just know I've been waking up in the middle of the night feeling a sense of fear, feeling like bad things are happening. And I was like, maybe it's just my ego getting the best of me. And then later in the day, I would have friends tell me about stuff that was on the news. I don't watch the news, for obvious reasons, but I was just like, man, that's why I was feeling that way, because our collective energy where I live, a lot of people are hearing this on the news. And then what are they doing when they go to bed? They're worrying about their kids. They're worrying about themselves. And when they don't have faith, when they don't trust that they will be protected, that they can ask for protection, their fear is worse. And these lower vibrations, they feed off of fear. So if you're in fear, you are feeding that lower vibration. You're feeding the news, you're feeding the crime, and it adds an energy to our planet. So I was also reading the other day about how the earth, Mother Earth, she absorbs all of our thoughts and all of our energy. We are walking on her every single day. And every day when we take steps, we are dropping our icky energy into her. And what does she do with it? She holds on to it. And then when she's ready, she purges it. And how does she purge it? She purges it through tornadoes, through hurricanes, through natural disasters. She has to do the cleansing as well. So we are dropping all of our stuff into her, and then it's making her suffer. And then it's making us suffer because she has to purge it, which then hurts us again. So if we can stop, we are the root. If we can stop being this way, and we can walk on this earth and know that every step we take, we are dropping love, kindness, compassion, forgiveness. And when we have this protection available for us, we feel lighter. And that stress and that worry, when we hear something about the news or something that's happening in our community, we can immediately go to Archangel Michael and say, please protect me, please protect my loved ones, please protect all people involved in that crime, whatever's happening, and send good energy to our planet, send good energy to that situation and anybody watching it on the news. And that's where we need to utilize our angels and guides, because they have more of an impact than us. But they can't do anything unless we ask. So we have to be the ones to hold the light, to walk on the planet with our light, only putting good light in, and then also going above and asking our angels and guides to protect us and to protect those involved. And then we notice the signs when they're being sent to us, the feathers, the dimes, and we say thank you. And we're like, oh my gosh, I love you. Thank you so much. So first double message is, we have support. We just need to ask them for help and make sure we see when they do help us and we thank them. Now we're going to move on to Archangel Michael, the Sword of Light. This is what it looks like if anyone wants to purchase it. My client Kate got them for me. She sent them to me. Wow. Recognize the signs from above. Number 26. It says angels are sending you messages now, but you're too distracted to notice. Stay alert and open to divine guidance. Really beautiful. I like the rainbows. Oh my gosh, we have feathers again. Coins, butterflies. Is that 444? Yeah. So even angel numbers are on this card. Doves, rainbows. So this message this week, you are going to be getting signs. Start to track them. I like to have a desk calendar on my kitchen table, and I track when I see signs. And I track when certain things happen. For me, a big sign that a manifestation is coming or something new is going to happen to me is when I start to see students who I used to teach or people from the school that I used to teach at. And I taught for 17 years, and it's been 2 years that I've not been teaching. And in the past 3 days, I went to a restaurant with my mom and my uncle, and I walked in, and a whole table of women were like saying my name. They're like, Michelle. And I was like, who's saying my name? And I turned around, and it was a whole table of all the teachers that I used to teach with. So that was so fun. And then I sit at the table at that same restaurant, and I have a girl taking our order, and I'm like, where do I know her from? I'm like, I know her face. Come on, Michelle, you got to remember. And she like didn't have a name tag on. So I asked her, I was like, hey, I was like, you look so familiar. I'm like, did I teach you? And she was like, mm-hmm. And she's only like maybe 21 or 22. She's so cute. She was so sweet. Her energy was so cute. So I saw her, I saw the teachers from my school, the same school. And then today I went to my nephew's soccer game, and then I saw one of the other teachers who I was really, really close with. She was an English teacher, and we both saw each other and we just hugged so tight. And I left all of these situations going, all right, what is the universe doing? Why am I running into all of these old, not old, but like people from my past? And that is a huge sign that the universe is doing something. And on my channel, you guys know that I love making the sign videos. So I'm probably going to make another one tomorrow about these situations, but I'm waiting for my manifestation to arrive first before I make my video, make a certain video that I have in mind, because I know that these are all leading to something. I've been feeling depleted. I've been feeling exhausted. I've been feeling kind of like lifeless in a certain way. Like, what's the point of life? And then I had a breakthrough with this full moon, and I started to feel better. I saw my nieces and my nephews, and they lit me up. I saw friends, and they lit me up. I got hugs from certain people, which filled my heart up. I got that physical touch that I needed. And I just was like, I miss that. Like, it's been so long since I felt all of this. And then I saw all of those people from my past school. So I'm like, what is the universe doing? So I will definitely report back. But this is a message for all of you, that are you tracking all of your signs? Are you tracking your dreams? If you are having dreams about money or about being released from something, or getting free things, this is your subconscious telling you that something is coming and you're going to be released from an icky situation, or maybe you are going to get some money. So make sure you're tracking it and writing it down. My right eye is itching. So I'm a feeler and I'm burping again. So I'm a feeler. So when my guides are bringing forth a message, they usually use my body to bring the signs in. So the right eye, if somebody is dealing with styes in their eye or pink eye, it's usually a sign that they're waking up. Their third eye, the energy around their third eye is being activated. And when it's activated, it's moving any kind of stuck energy out, and usually gets purged out through the eyes or the sinus cavity. You might have issues with your sinuses. So if you're having any kind of styes in your eye, pink eye, redness in your eye, itchy eyes, it's normally a sign that you are experiencing a spiritual awakening. You're opening up that chakra. It's expanding a little bit more, and you're going to start to have these unique breakthroughs. You're going to see people differently. You're going to think different thoughts. You're going to see yourself responding differently. You're going to be kinder. You're going to see more signs, which is waking you up to, oh my gosh, I didn't really believe in the universe, but now I'm starting to believe in it because I cannot deny these signs that I'm seeing. It's absurd. And if you're seeing something and you're like, whoa, was that a sign? Yes. If you're thinking it's a sign, it's a sign. Okay. That was a really strong message for somebody out there. If you're having the thought, it's a sign. That's how your guides work. They plant seeds in your mind. Okay, we're going to do a couple Micah magic and see what happens here. Put these back in. I still have the cards laid out in case something comes up again. Ooh, first card that came out, rest. So as you're going through the spiritual awakening, you need to rest your body. You need to take off of work. If you can't sleep, if you are feeling sick, please listen to your body and rest. There's also another card flipped, I think, somewhere. At least I thought there was, maybe not. Maybe if I turn it, yeah, I found it. All right, so again, your angels and guides are looking out for you. So maybe something's going to unfold this week and it might startle you and you might be like, oh my gosh, what's going on? What's going on? You're going to get signs that you're okay. Your spirit fam is doing this thing, whatever's happening to you, it's making it happen for you. Oh, my friend Linda just said hi to me. She's so sweet. Was just thinking of you, wanted to say hi. That's kind of like the energy of this reading. We are being supported. We're getting people that just reach out to us and they want to check on us. They want to see how we're doing. We're loved and we don't even see it. And this is another message. So I forgot to mention there was a fourth sign from somebody from my past. The night that I saw the women at the table, I saw them. There was 4 of the women that I knew at the table. There was 8 women there. And then there was my waitress. And then that night, went to bed, woke up. The next morning at 6:45 in the morning, I got a text from one of the teachers. She used to teach dance, or she still does. She teaches dance, and they were like state champions all the time, over and over again. They were so good. Our dance team was phenomenal. Most high schools don't have a dance team, but the girls were amazing at the school, the high school that I taught at. And it was because of this amazing coach. She was one of my coworkers in my department. We were PE and health and PE. And she texted me out of nowhere and she was like, Michelle, just thinking of you. I miss your bright light, sending you so much love. And I have not talked to her in like 2 years. And she randomly texts me at 6:45 in the morning. So I texted her back like, oh my gosh, I miss you. I hope you're okay. I love you. Thank you so much. And then I put, what made you think of me? And she's just like, I just was remembering what a bright light you are for us. And she's like, I'm grateful for you being who you are. And I'm like, that's this energy. So I also think that maybe she's going through an awakening. Maybe she's realizing more and more of the people that have impacted her life, and she's feeling called to reach out and thank them. So this might be happening to you. You might be getting messages from people from your past. They might be waking up and starting to be more compassionate. You might be getting apologies, I'm hearing. And we want to just open our energy up to this because you're allowed to receive it. It's your turn to receive this goodness. And for me, I know it felt so amazing to have those like back to back to back moments of all of those people from my past and them loving me and telling me like they miss me. It felt so good. And I went through a drought for like the last month of like not really communicating with a lot of people, just kind of hermiting. So it was like an explosion of signs and people all at once. Interesting. So I wonder if what's happening to me is happening to you. Maybe all of these people coming back from my past are reminding me that I've released it. That's that old version of me. I am now a YouTuber. I am now an intuitive reader. I'm living a different life now. And that old life has been like creeping in, almost like a test. Like, are you going to go back to that? Are you going to go back to teaching? Or are you going to stay where you are doing what you're meant to be doing? So where do you need to maybe release your past? You know, I could have stayed teaching. Like, can you guys imagine how hard it must have been for me to leave teaching when I was getting messages like that all the time? Like, Michelle, don't leave. We need your light. The kids need you. You know, what are they going to do without you? We need you. And it was all so much pressure of just like, they never really were asking me what I wanted to do. Some of them were. I don't want to say that in that way, but it wasn't rude. They were just really sad that I wasn't going to be there anymore. And I was sad too. But it was so hard for me to choose what my heart wanted to do and to go against what everybody was telling me to do. And I had to literally say, sorry, I have to release this. I don't feel good here anymore. And the second school that I went to when I was resigning, the day that I was resigning, I got 3 emails from 3 of my favorite students. They're all my favorite, but there were certain kids that would reach out to me more often. And all 3 of them sent me an email saying, "We are so thankful for you. Thank you so much for being the best teacher. We're so excited to have you for the next ... years." So they were expecting me to keep teaching. And I get these emails the day that I'm resigning. And I'm like, what is the universe doing? Is it testing me? Like, now I feel really sad. Should I stay? I don't know what to do, because you're getting feedback. Like, this is happening through the universe. These kids are emailing me at this perfect timing to try to like stop me from resigning. And I had to listen to my heart and say, Michelle, are you going to keep doing things to please others, or are you going to do what your soul came here to do and get on YouTube and be a spiritual teacher? You finished that chapter as a high school teacher, and now it's time to move on. And that was really, 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 really hard for me to do. So some of you might be being called to release a job or a career, and your heartstrings are being pulled on. People are saying, don't leave. You can't leave. We need you. We need your light. We need your energy. We need your brain. And you have to say, sorry, I just, my body's screaming at me. I'm not meant to be here. And you choose yourself. Oh, I also just got, I didn't see this one when I started to shuffle and it was flipped over. So somebody's deciding between 2 options. Exactly what we were talking about. Could be a relationship. Maybe somebody's pulling on your heartstrings to stay married to somebody where you're not happy. Or like we said, maybe it's a job. I also just got a message that you can co-create any job you want. Okay, so if you're at a job you don't like, you have to narrow down what characteristics of this job do you not like? Do you not like the hours, the people, the actual work? What do you want to change? So you create your contrast list, what you don't want, then you create a list on the left and you say everything that you do want. You start to plan and you co-create this new line of work. And even if it doesn't exist, write it on your list and give it a couple weeks. The universe will start to bring you breadcrumbs of this new job. I've seen the universe create positions for people who've written this list. Literally at schools, at teaching jobs, at lawyer offices, people have created their own positions where the head of the company will say to them, hey, could you write your job description so we can just put it in the books? Like, people are creating their own line of work while still working for somebody else so they feel safe and protected. So if you don't want to be an entrepreneur and you're a little bit nervous about doing that right away, maybe co-create a steady job where you're still working for somebody else, but maybe that person lets you work whenever you want. Maybe it's stable pay. Maybe you get health insurance. So you can make a list of whatever you feel good with and make sure you love doing it. And even if it's temporary, maybe if it's a stepping stone to your next job, create the list. I'm telling you, whatever you think about the most, you can create. The universe will just magically do it. Your desires are coming this week. Yes. Okay, I just got guided to switch decks. We're going to do Light Seers Tarot. I just saw the King of Wands. Woo! Hot stuff. All right. Knight of Cups. This is a romantic gesture. Somebody is bringing you flowers and they're planning this cute little date. It looks like a picnic. A knight in shining armor, kind of on a horse, coming to serenade you, coming to whisk you away and like scoop you up and just treat you like a queen. But a knight, remember, the knight is a knight. He's not a king. So the king of cups would be like super evolved, knows what he wants, has his finances in order, emotionally grounded, knows how to express his feelings. A knight might not be there yet, but we don't write off the knight. We give him a chance if he's willing to learn and grow, and we do it with him. So this could mean somebody might be getting asked out on a date this week. An existing partnership, this person might be growing. They might be moving from the knight to the king. And I don't know if I said it or if you guys heard me say it, but the King of Wands was at the bottom of the deck when I started shuffling. I'm pretty sure I said it out loud. But let's see if that comes out again. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. This is you. You are on top of your money game. You are attracting money so effortlessly. Look at her face. She's like chilling there. She's like, yep, this is what I do. I go on long walks. I meditate. I take baths. I do simple things around the house to light my energy up, to make me feel good. I dress my body up. I take care of it. And because my vibration is so elevated, money just falls from trees. Money falls from the sky into my lap. That's this energy. And if you are not in that energy, you should book a session with me because I can teach you how to attract money. I'm very, very good at it. And I'm good at teaching others how to do it too. All right, we'll do one more card. I'm feeling guided to do one more. Ten of Pentacles. This is the ultimate money, family, perfect home, good health. It's everything, but especially money. This is you living an abundant life with this family. It's almost like winning the lottery, or maybe you meet somebody who already is very established in the work that they do and money is just pouring in. Maybe you both create this new life together. Maybe I just heard the divine feminine in this connection is bringing the abundance to their partner. They're going to teach their partner how to be more like this. So it's going to be a teamwork, like a teamwork energy to generate more abundance for this family to grow and to travel and to experience life. But the divine feminine is the root. That's what I'm hearing specifically in this reading. The divine feminine is the root of this family's abundance. Maybe it's her special gifts. And he sees that, and it's not why he's going towards her, but he admires her like a queen. He's like in awe at how she lives her life. And I just heard that he has been so impacted by somebody's presence. So if you're watching this, your special person has been so influenced and impacted by your special gifts. You've made them question their faith. You made them question their health, their habits. You've made them want to be a better person. They're changing everything because they see you living in a way where you just look like you're free. You look like you have it all together. You might not, but they see you as that. So that's also what might be the Knight energy, is you might be a queen and they're looking at you like, holy cow, she is a real queen. She's an OG. How do you do that? How do you look so beautiful? How do you just move your body in a certain way and you just make me crumble? That's this energy. And I just heard the sexual energy is on fire between these two. Look at her. She's kind of like, yeah, this is just me. This is how I am. And he is just like, who are you? And like, where did you come from? Are you like an angel or something? Like, you're just not from this planet. That was a really beautiful message. Okay, what next? Spirit. Do we want to do, yeah, we're going to do some animals. Missed one. We don't want to miss that one. Okay. I just saw the cat at the bottom of the deck. Oh, we have the seahorse. Watch and wait. So before this partnership can come together, you're being guided to watch and wait. The seahorse is patient. It just kind of bops around. I actually have two seahorses on my living room wall because it's my reminder to be patient. I've just always known that I was going to have to be patient when waiting for love. I don't know why. I just always felt like it was going to take a little while. And I've known that since like maybe 28, 29 years old, and I'm 41 now. So that's a long time to be single and to be wanting love and to be wanting partnership. What is that, 11 years now? Yeah. So 11 years. So this card is coming out because some of you are just like me. Maybe you've been in and out of relationships. Maybe you've been married a couple times and you're like, I cannot wait any longer to just finally find my home. Like, who am I supposed to be with? Who am I supposed to be? What job am I supposed to be in? We all have this energy of like, I know I often get this energy when I'm showering or when I'm leaving certain environments, and I just feel displaced. Like, I feel like I don't belong here, and I feel like I'm not home. And a lot of times that's like a soul energy. That's us missing the spirit world. We're wanting to be out of these heavy, dense bodies with all of these emotions and experiences that make us feel things. And we did come here to feel. So it can be really painful to be feeling this energy of waiting for a really long time for your desires, for whatever it is you're calling in. But I do feel like it's a manifestation energy. You've been waiting, but it's saying, watch. The signs, you've been getting all the signs, it is coming. Me explaining, seeing all those people from my past, we have to sometimes release that in order to get the desire. So please don't be afraid to let go of a job or a marriage or a partnership. You are being held, and everything will come to you in perfect timing. But you might need to take action and to do it to set yourself up to be free. So the seahorse is saying, just watch and wait. Things are going to unfold and it's going to be so wonderful. The end result is this. It's what you've always wanted. And if you're in a partnership right now where money is not flowing, there's no sexual passion, there's no emotional intimacy, you're not sharing stories about your day, or the person's not even interested about what you ate that day or how you feed yourself. True love is somebody like caring about your small moments in your day. They're really wondering about who you are. And when we find somebody who actually cares and they want to listen to us and they want to see us eat our food and they want to watch us sleep and they want to they're just kind of this energy. They're in awe of who you are. That's unconditional. It's somebody who's literally just down for you and they are willing to have difficult conversations. They're saying, I want to grow with you. I'd rather fight with you and have uncomfortable conversations with you than have conversations with somebody in a partnership where there's no emotional intimacy, there's no growth, there's no wanting to build a family or to build a life. This is kind of like building a life together. Maybe you just didn't have that desire in your past relationship or your current one. And this new person gives you that fire. They give you that passion that you've been wanting your whole life. And it's finally in front of you, but you don't know how to go after it because you have to release the past. That can be really, really difficult. So I'm sending you so much love and giving you so many hugs. If you're in that situation where you have to end something, it's not easy. But I can tell you that when you do it, you're going to feel an emotion that you've never felt in your entire life. So it's that thing where you eat something or you have something or you experience something, and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I needed this. That's what's going to happen when you release your past. You're going to be brought to a whole nother dimension. You're going to be brought to a whole nother reality of bliss and pleasure and love and travel and money. And you're going to be like, I cannot believe I did not do this sooner. How did I not know that this really existed? And I can speak on this because my mentor, my first mentor, she would always say, Michelle, please do not settle. Your every hope, your every wish, your every dream is meant to become your reality. She's like, don't settle. Anything that you've been thinking of in your mind, whether it's what a person looks like, how they treat you, having certain money or living the life that you want, maybe from working from home, creating your own hours, getting paid to just be yourself, you can create it. She would always tell me, the spirit will line up everything for you. It will line up the money. And I just got guided to use my deck, the ever unfolding heart, out of nowhere. They just said, use this deck. So let's see what message they want to bring forth. Your current decisions are creating your future. Choose to set yourself up to feel good. I'm going to get one more. Ooh, apple cider vinegar has got some kick. So your current decisions are creating your future. So that decision to stay or to go, that's the decision that somebody needs to make. Don't forget, something is going to come this week. Watch and wait. The seahorse is saying, just wait. Before you make that decision, you're going to get more breadcrumbs. You're going to get more things lined up so that you can make the decision. Change is coming. It's a good change. Feel the anxiety, see it as excitement. Let's keep going with this deck. I like it. Okay. Your soulmate or twin flame is wondering what your love language is. Do you even know? Let's find out and tell them. Physical touch, quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation, or gifts. I believe that we can kind of be all of these, but in certain people, they really feel safe with one or two. Most men are physical touch. Most women are acts of service. We like to have things done for us. It's kind of like the providing energy for the feminine, and the masculine is usually physical touch. Also for women, a lot of times it's the emotional intimacy, the conversation, which could be quality time or words of affirmation. So women are usually acts of service and quality time, where men are usually physical touch, and they love to be admired. They love to be told what they've done right. They love to be just admired for their looks, or maybe they like to be congratulated in front of their friends and being like, yes, he's the best husband, or he can fix anything, or he's so smart, or whatever it is. They love to be kind of like showered in front of others. And then the gifts, that's why I think all people are all of these. It's just on a certain level, or depending on the day, what our needs are. When I first learned about this, I would always preach like, we're all one or two of these, and that's it. We have to find out what we are and do it for our spouse or our loved one. But as I spiritually awakened, I realized a spiritually awakened person will receive any of these and just be so grateful, because they already love themselves and they don't need somebody to do these things to be loved. You are solid, you're grounded, you're in your own car, as I always say, in partnership, symbolically, like you're in your own car, dancing to your own music, listening to or wearing your own clothes, and your partner's not jumping in, changing the song, telling you where to drive. You have your own car, and you know how to light yourself up without somebody else's help. And you're just looking over there at them in their car like, high five, keep going, babe. You're like their biggest cheerleader. And then you can bring them gifts. You can wrong one. You can bring them gifts. Here's what the card looks like. I'm not sure if I showed it. You can cheer them on with the words of affirmation. You can spend time with them if they invite you into their car. But if you're an enlightened, wonderful soul who has a heart that has bursted open, you're actually willing to see love in any of these. If somebody buys you a gift, you're so grateful. If somebody spends time with you, you're so grateful. And yes, you might be drawn to more than the other, like the physical touch. That feels so good. It's a different kind of love. So make sure you're aware of what you need. Can you fulfill your own needs? Number one. Number two, can you verbalize to your partner what you would want them to do for you if they came and asked you? So we have to be prepared before this partnership comes in. We have to tell people how to love us. We have to educate them. And if we're not educated on ourselves and we don't even know what we need, then that's going to be an issue. The second card we got was move your body. It's yearning to release some old energy. Go for a walk, run, lift, practice yoga, swim, dance, play. You are so lucky that you can. So do it with gratitude. And I wrote this card in memory of my daughter because she was born with a muscle disorder. She could not move her arms and legs. So when she passed, I was like, I am going to move for her for the rest of my life. I am always going to, I'm going to be mindful to never, wow, something just clicked for me. Holy cow. Remember what I talked about in the beginning of this reading from the All game, the card that I got about how my body always serves me, and when do I always second guess that and don't think it's going to be okay, and then everything ends up being fine. I think my fear of not being okay in my body is from watching my daughter pass away, because she wasn't okay in her body. Her body did not serve her. She wasn't safe. And I can see now the higher perspective of why she was here and why she passed. But back then, maybe I still hold some sort of residual energy around fear about my body, because I saw her body dwindle. Like, I don't want to say it because I don't want you guys to have that visual, but she literally was skin and bones when she passed away, like a baby. Like, you just don't ever want to see a plush, plumpy, lovey, like smelly baby that is just so yummy and delicious. And then by the end, they're skin and bones. Like, you don't even want to look at any human being in their dying days. And I actually forget that I don't forget, but like, I think I blacked it out, that that's something that my body experienced. So when I have a certain ailment, or if something's wrong with me, I think that's, I just had this, this is clicking right now, like live. I think I'm even emotional, like just thinking about it. Like, that's why I fear that. I fear dying because I've seen her, and I don't want to go through that ever again. I don't want my family to go through that if they had to watch me. So, I learned to move my body, to take care of it, to always put good things in it. And when my dad passed in 2021, I kind of stopped caring for my body. I would eat like a lot of sugar, and I was doing a ton of energy drinks, and I was not even realizing that I was like hurting myself. And I'm going through this awakening this week, and I'm super emotional talking about it all, because it's just, I'm having these wake up moments. Like, I didn't even realize that my fear around my health comes from my daughter. And that's like if anyone were to see that, they'd be like, duh, of course you're going to have that fear. Like, you had a daughter who passed away from something that happened to her body. But for some reason, I'm not always conscious of those thoughts. They just live inside of my body, I guess. But when we're getting this message to move your body, do it because you can. Like, that's why I put that on this card. I put, you are so lucky that you can move, because I watched my daughter suffer, and I watched her not be able to breathe on her own, and I watched her body dwindle down, and it was the most traumatic thing I've ever seen. And I get to move every single day. So I make an effort. I walk every single day. I lift weights as much as I can. And not because I fear my body dwindling, it's because it makes me feel so good. And when I'm doing it and I want to do another rep, but I kind of get tired and I don't want to do it, I think of her, and I'm like, I am moving for her. I'm doing these sprints for her. I'm doing these sprints for myself. So please, when you go to work out, please move your body with the intention that you can. You're grateful your body can move, and you're doing it because you love yourself, and you're doing it for all the people who can't. And you're holding them in your heart, and you're remembering that, you know what, somebody's in a hospital bed right now, not able to move. So these sprints are for them. I can't tell you how many times I've had that exact thought when I'm doing my sprints. I feel free when I'm sprinting. I feel so like my soul is just flying. And I just know that like a lot of you might not even know how good that could feel for you until you get out there and do it. So please move your body with the intention that you can, and you can be grateful that your body's letting you move. And if you start to have ailments, or if you start to have things that are popping up in your life and you start to freak out, remember what I told you at the beginning with the little card I got in the game that I played, is that your body will protect you. It has never failed you, and it's not going to start now. It's going to send you signals on how to fix it and how to help it. And then we have to tune in and do it. Okay, let's end this reading with one more card. Interesting. I just saw the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Holy cow. We're going to end with these two. Didn't I say earlier that money falls from trees? These two cards were literally like, they kind of fell down in my basket. And the Ten of Cups is kind of like the Ten of Pentacles, but it's the happy ending with the emotional piece. You finally feel so emotionally connected to somebody where you're like, oh, I found my home. I found my person who I can move with, who I can eat with, who I can talk with, who I can tell them what my love language is, and they'll actually do it. And then the Nine of Pentacles is all about money, and how spirit, the universe, brings you everything you need when you need it. You're never without your needs being met. And when you believe that money grows on trees, that's when it actually shows up more and more in your life. I had a friend she came here for a reading a couple nights ago, and she was like, Michelle, she's like, you're not going to believe this. She goes, I got a random check in the mail from this modeling agency. It was for a company that she was doing like a commercial for. She's a model. And she's like, I got this random check. And she's like, I don't know why they sent it to me. And I was like, cash it and just like hold it there and wait a couple weeks. And if they ask for it back, or if it's a mistake, just make sure you still have it so you can pay it back. But I was like, cash it. Tell the universe it's yours. I was like, this is how it works. Money can come from thin air. And she actually like didn't, or before I gave her that advice, she had already reached out to the company and was like, hey, I don't know why you sent me this check. And they didn't respond. So that is a clear sign that the universe can jump into anybody's checkbook. It can jump into anybody's account and it can send you money from anywhere. So trust in that. And if you don't really believe in that yet, I need you to go watch some videos. Go to Abraham Hicks, search anything Abraham Hicks on YouTube. And in those talks, she gives examples after examples of people that write in or people that ask her questions. And she shares these magical stories about how when people align themselves to the universe and they align themselves to love, they release their past, they don't stay in situations that are unhealthy, they relax, they meditate, they take care of their body, they see the signs. Those are the people that are going to receive all of this because they're putting themselves first and they're doing the vibrational work to care for themselves. So this couple, this family, they did the work to build this life together. And the fact that in this reading, we have so many good cards, you guys. Look at that. So many good cards. 2 10s. The 10s are the highest you can get. And then we have double 9s. 9 of Pentacles, or not double, 9 of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Pentacles. So we have triple Pentacles, which is abundance galore. So somebody's going to be coming into a lot of money this week, or you're going to be building something that's going to create a lot of money for you and your family. And it could be the building of a relationship, could be the building of a business. It could be you finally coming together with the person that you're supposed to build your life with. Remember me talking about feeling displaced? That's that seahorse energy. Just bop around for a bit. Trust that when you feel like you're not at home, your home is coming. Your happy home, your abundant home. Your soul has a plan, but we have to release things that are not a match to our energy in order for us to receive that. So be brave and trust that you can ask your guides and angels for the help. You can believe that your every hope, your every wish, your every dream is meant to become your reality. I've seen it in my life. I've seen it in my clients' lives. I've seen it all over YouTube. There are people receiving their dreams every single day, and you are next. So hold the line. All right, lovies, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you in the next one. I'm sending you so much love. Mwah.